Plumbing time.
Pull it out. Hope he's holding his breath.
It's level.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love, baby, let me love you.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. We are 3 weeks into our foundation and it still isn't finished.
And a lot of people have been asking
Why?
Welcome to our channel. I'm Kathy and that's Rich, and we are living off-grid in the Adirondacks of New York State while building a homestead from scratch on 135 acres so we can live a simpler life of freedom and sustainability. So we're going to talk about that today.
But first, we're just going to talk a little bit about
Some homestead updates.
spring has sprung, and literally overnight everything has turned green.
It's beautiful. But the bugs are still a problem.
The bugs are out.
The black flies are so bad. Hope he's holding his breath.
Definitely made a difference, because a minute ago there was like a zillion black flies right outside this window. Now there's none.
Huh, for how long?
I don't know. Hopefully for all day.
And it does help when you do that.
I ordered some more of that stuff.
Yeah, I hate to use it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
The well is working great.
The pressure
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
Look at this. We can wash our cars. We can wash our ATVs. Wash all the mud off of everything now. How much does it hold?
Holds a lot more than you think. There it is. Done. That's it. You're done. Pull it out.
Well, that's one thing we did right. It's this well pump.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
Talk about pressure.
All right, let me water my garden now.
So that well pump is really working great. I bought a couple of nozzles so Kathy can, water her plants and we could fill the camper up.
The greenhouse is doing really good. Don't close it up anymore. And we've got string beans and tomatoes and cucumbers, and just everything is thriving in there. So that was a really good idea. And we did find some plants behind the Shelter Logic. We have like a big scrap pile there.
So Rich and I found these two mystery plants here behind the Shelter Logic. This is all the scrap brush that was left from when our property was cleared. They kind of just pushed it over here, and it saved us a ton of money to do that. Kind of out of sight, out of mind. But we have these two plants that we found. So this one is like a tree, and I can get a close-up of that bark. And it got these little flowers. I'm thinking maybe a cherry tree, but we'll see what grows where these flowers are about to fall off. And the other one is like a bush back here. Ouch. There's raspberries everywhere and I just got prickered. This is like a bush. It's a big bush, but it's got these beautiful little flowers on it growing. That was Richie sneezing. We live in a dust cloud still. But yeah, it's got these beautiful flowers. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to save it to see.
Kathy found a tree here in the woods. It might be a cherry tree. We're hoping.
And the walnut trees are alive and thriving now.
The walnut trees survived. All 5 of them have green leaves on them. So they're just going to stay here until the house is built now. They seem to be doing well here. It's a good spot up on this hill.
So we didn't kill them.
They took a hit, but they're okay. I think they're going to make it.
Richie's doing some work in the garage. He put up some more shelves.
Just a few shelves to try and stay organized with all the things that we need for our build.
We have to, because we need to be able to find rebar ties and shots and nails and, you know, all the stuff that we need when we need it.
And Kathy has been working on these balusters for the railings on the loft and on the stairs. Coming at you.
All right, thank you.
So yeah, these are going to become balusters. Just a quick little setup in the screen porch so that we can get the bark off these and let them dry. Perfect, thank you.
All right. We calculated that we needed about 160 of those. And how many have you got done so far?
4.
Wow.
But I have 4 more ready to go.
Okay.
I figure if I do like 10 a week, we'll get there. We did run into a little bit of a problem. Our blueprints for the house require I-joists and LSLs and LVLs, all engineered lumber, which is 8 to 12 months on back order.
Right.
So we are in the process
of getting approval for standard dimensional lumber.
So we're going to just replace that with 2x10s and 2x12s. And that seems like it's going to work out, because otherwise our entire build will be on hold.
Right, we've been working on a materials list, figuring out what we're going to need, and yeah, we'll get all that ordered as soon as we get the approval. So back to the foundation. The plumber came to lay down all the pipes in the, you know, under the foundation there.
So that's the toilet over there, and the shower, and the sink. And that'll come across. The kitchen sink will tie in with a Y. And it'll exit the foundation over there to the septic system. It was a little difficult to figure out exactly where the toilet and the shower and the bathroom sink are because of the way this house is set up. Again, we had to go off of the vertex.
And it was like the hottest day of the year so far, boy. And he was up there in the clearing just roasting in the sun, but he got it done.
This is the drain pipe for the second floor bathroom. Right in the middle at the vertex is the kitchen drain. Here we have the master bathroom. This is going to be the shower, the toilet, a vent pipe, and that's for the sink. And it just is going to exit the house and go straight to where the septic system is. It was a very, very hot day today. In fact, it's so hot, not even the bugs are out. That's the pressure gauge for the inspection, but they forgot 2 caps. So they have to get the caps. And then Steven should be here tomorrow.
He also brought all our heating equipment and everything that we ordered about a month or so ago.
So is that for the heat? What is that for?
Yeah, boiler.
All right, this is the boiler. Condensing combi boiler. So it will do our hot water with propane. And when we get heat hooked up down the road, it'll do our heat.
Here's another little expansion tank.
For what?
Similar to this.
This is for the heating system,
For
though?
the hot water system, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to open it, but we're gonna open it.
We have to.
I know. There she is.
All right, last things is the size of
These things.
that. So what we're trying to do right now is plan out where all the pipes are going to be coming into our utility room. And we have to make sure that we have room for everything that needs to go in there. A lot of the pipes, the well pipe, comes up through the foundation. We're really, what, honey?
Which will be this pipe. So we want to somehow make it so it comes right out of the floor, right where this thing's going to go.
Right, but I think we're going to put that lower to the floor than it is now. Because the ERV unit's going over it. Just move it down like 1.5 feet.
Then Steven came and he started to put stone down over the pipes.
That's right.
Everything is level.
We pressurize the system.
Okay, 5 PSI. Coming up on 4. We are right at 5.
All right, let's take a quick walk up and see what Steven's up to. He's backfilling.
I heard him pounding before.
He's packing it all down. Building it up quite a bit. It's going to be one big solid foundation. So this looks pretty freaking sweet. This is where extra concrete is going to go. Boy, oh boy. Looks good. A lot of work. It's our gauge. Still holding 5 pounds forever. Well, the pipes are good. It's level. All right, so we'll come back and get that later.
It really does. And the rain really didn't hurt it. Thank goodness. Rich and I, since things are going a little slower than we expected, we're kind of considering that a blessing in disguise. Because once it's done, it's done. Can't change it.
All of that brings us to the reasons why our foundation isn't done yet. First reason is unfortunate. The concrete contractor had emergency surgery.
Right.
And he's fine, but because of that, he is a week or so behind.
Right.
But for us, I think that's kind of a blessing in disguise, because the foundation, according to the people we bought the kit from, the Formworks company, they said the foundation is the most important part. And once we pour that slab, there's no going back.
That's right. You only get one chance to get it right.
And there's so many things that go into making this slab correct, because it's not your typical slab, that we want to just be able to take our time and just do one little bit at a time. The plumber had difficulty measuring for where our master bathroom, toilet, sink, shower, and vents would go, because we have no walls or outside edge for reference.
Right.
Because of the way the haunches and things are going to be.
He was basically able to measure from the vertex, but he wasn't able to get all the exact position where a pipe would be inside of a wall, for instance. So.
All right, so next is the plumber again, right? To just put the boxes around the plumbing.
Right, so he can figure exactly where the shower drain would go and that kind of stuff.
It's going to box them in.
Yeah, he's going to box them in and just leave it with a little bit of extra wiggle room in there.
And then once we have the walls and everything up, he can come back.
And then we'll cement it over.
Right. So that's a good, I guess that was a good way to solve that problem. The second thing was where the waste pipe exits the house.
Right.
We want to keep that 1/8 inch pitch per foot. But if we do that, it literally wants to go right through one of our haunches.
Right.
Out the side of the house.
Which would mean then we would have to drill in or cut the forms in that area, and that would cost us a whole lot of money because now the form is ruined.
Over here, I think he's going to dig this out a little bit and take a 45-degree dive under the haunch.
go to the septic.
And then just go all the way over there to the septic.
Right there at that point will be a 45 elbow and just dive down under the haunch.
Which is only okay for us because our septic tank has 18-inch risers. So Stephen had to dig down to see how far down the septic tank was to make sure that they would be able to maintain a pitch even taking that deep dive.
Right, so.
And thankfully we're okay. We put the septic tank down low enough.
Yep, so that's not an issue.
Right.
So fortunately our septic system is low, and fortunately we're building high. So everything for a reason, I guess, right?
Yep.
Wow, the
Right.
bugs are so bad right now.
Everywhere.
Oh my God, okay, let's go.
They're basically working off of the garage.
Right,
you know.
but I'm glad we did that first because that gave us plenty of space to store stuff
Yeah.
that we needed to store. How many more storage lockers could we possibly have?
Yeah, and if we had tried to do this last year, we would have been rushing it and it would have been a problem.
And then the third thing that happened was the well, that sleeve for the well pipe. We wanted to have it closer to the wall in the utility room, but we can't because of the haunch again.
This is the well pipe, which is going to be just inside the haunch.
So the haunches have created some challenges that we're trying to work around.
Or under, going under.
That we are under. That's
Working under
perfect.
them.
So,
So it takes a little time to figure
yeah.
this stuff out, that's all.
now what's coming up next, they're going to come back with the GPS
Right?
and map everything out perfectly again. And this time it should be mapped within 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch maximum error. All the haunches, check everything,
Check the pipes one more time.
build the forms, and I think they're going to put the plates in for the steel
Right.
before they pour. And that's got to be checked with the GPS to make sure they're exactly in the correct location.
Couple more pieces of conduit, which is real easy, and all the rebar,
And the tubes.
and the tubes, and the vapor barrier,
And there's so
and
much.
all that good stuff.
So that's why it's taking a while. It's baby steps to get everything done right because we can't go back and change it.
That's it. We will be pouring within another week,
Yeah, hopefully.
hopefully. Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, well, that's the update. Thanks for watching. I'm Rich,
And I'm Kathy.
and we are creating a simpler life here in the Adirondacks. Look at that little guy. What is he doing there? And we got to get rid of him before he moves into our camper. What are we going to do with him, Kath?
Stop it, Rich. You know I can't just kill it.
Step on it.
No, I just can't do that. I'm just going to put him in the woods.
I wonder where his family is.
Look at him.
Let me
Poor
see.
little
Let me get a picture of him in the camera. He's tiny.
He's going in the woods.
Throw him as far as you can.
No, I'm not throwing him.
Well, go away from the camper. He's only going to find his way in. Right here you're going to put him?
Yeah, he's so little. You see, he's scared to death. Go ahead. Go on. Go on. He'll probably die.
He
He's
probably
dead.
will
He's half
die.
Dead. He's
He's
gonna die.
definitely not doing good. Well, let nature take its course. What?
He's fine. Walk away. Walk away.
All right, good luck with him, buddy.